I'm giving the Potensic Atom SE a second chance. Do you remember Kelly's rant about budget camera drones? He was absolutely fed up.
Don't buy them. I guarantee you're gonna be disappointed. Quit asking me to review these drones because I'm not doing any more. I did my last one today and I'm out of here.
He seemed to be quite traumatized as well.
Oh no. Kelly, are you okay?
Kris, these drones are killing me.
The good news is that Kelly is out of town. So what he doesn't know is that I'm going to sneak into his office, rescue the drone from the trash, and see if the Potensic Atom SE can redeem itself.
What is Kris doing?
After I got everything updated and I looked through the settings, I was reminded of a couple of things. Potensic's definition of RC modes 1 and 2 are reversed from the norm. Also, in the app, they call it model instead of mode. That's very confusing. Another thing was I couldn't seem to find a way to manually change camera settings. Keeping in mind that this is a budget camera drone, there are still a few crucial things that I do want to double check.
Let's first see if the compass will calibrate. Calibration is successful. We have 11 satellites, so let's do a takeoff and a hover test. As you can see, the drone is very stable right now. So that is an improvement. Let's go ahead and take it up and see if we can get some decent footage. Let me slowly adjust the gimbal. Oh, that gimbal either was not very smooth or the transmission to my phone was very jerky. When I do any gimbal adjustment, you can see that it's not very smooth at all. So I've started the recording and I'm just gonna fly straight and see if we can get just a decent, smooth, maybe 5 to 10 seconds. So far, I'm getting a little bit of wobbles. Oh, that's not looking good, but I won't know if the footage is bad until reviewing it on a computer later.
It's bad.
Let me reverse and see if it looks any better. So based on our review, I already know, since this does not have a 3-axis gimbal, that any kind of yaw or roll is basically going to ruin the footage if you're aiming for some kind of smooth end result. Hello?
Hey Kris, it's Kelly.
Hey, Kelly. Good to hear your voice.
Are you flying a budget camera drone? Kris, are you there?
You're breaking up. I can't hear you. I'll call you back later.
Oh man, he must just want to learn the hard way. Frustrating.
So far, I'm not impressed with the smoothness, obviously. Not impressed with the signal strength going to my phone. And I'm starting to get a little bit of stuttering in the video feed. Okay, yeah. This is not great at all. The fact that it does not have a gimbal and the video feed is choppy makes me not trust it very much. Let me try sport mode and just see how usable that is. Let's do a sport mode. Acceleration. Yeah, don't know how that footage is gonna look. If I go back into video mode, that is probably our best bet to getting usable footage. So if the point of owning this drone is to be able to capture videos and photos, then we should be able to get some videos and photos that are decent.
I am pretty wisdomous.
Let me take a couple of pictures here. And that gimbal really is not smooth at all. Okay. So the horizon's off, but if I continue to move to the right, I can kind of get it level and then take a photo. There we go.
So looking at this photo on a computer, the colors look decent. There is some sharpness happening with a lack of detail at the same time. And if you look at the sky, you can see that it's quite grainy. This was midday, there was plenty of light, and the video that comes off the sensor did not have any grain that I noticed in the sky. And speaking of video, the quality is not that great. Of course, I have to remember this is a $250 flying camera. So with that in mind, it's pretty impressive. The colors, the exposure, those look fine, all things considered. It's a little bit over sharpened and kind of compressed. Seems like it's lacking a lot of data. And of course, the electronic stabilization is not doing a good job at all. But it was kind of breezy that day, so I did take it inside. Of course, there's no wind, but there were still some glitches in the recorded video file, and I don't know what's causing those. There was also a noticeable amount of lag, anywhere from half a second to maybe 2 seconds.
It's extremely laggy. It's actually maybe 2 or 3 seconds behind. If I yaw to the right, and then let's see when it changes on screen, there we go. Yeah, this is no way to fly.
But it did make for some interesting glitch effects on the FPV feed. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Although, I really should call Kelly back and tell him that he was right. Time to eat some humble pie.
Oh, I guess your reception's better now, huh?
Yes, Kelly, you were right.
Kris, I knew you'd come around. I hope you're gonna listen to me next time and don't waste your money on a cheap camera drone. They're just ridiculously bad. Kris, do you hear me? I hope you're not buying a cheap camera drone. I don't care how good a deal it seems to be. It's probably a lie. Don't buy it, okay? Save the money, save it.
But I found this really good deal for an 8K HD camera drone for only 125 bucks, and it has obstacle avoidance. Gotta go, bye.
He hung up on me. Look, I guess you can lead a horse to water. Can't make him drink. I've told Kris and everybody else, don't buy a cheap $200 camera drone. They always overpromise and underdeliver. If you want to know more about that, check out the rant I did a few weeks ago because it explains everything. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll take my advice to heart, unlike Kris, and stay away from cheap camera drones.